Greetings viewers, EricTheCarGuy here, back again with another tool review video for you. Since I've been doing tool reviews, I've been getting sent a lot of stuff and asked to do reviews on that stuff. Some of the stuff is fit for a full-length review, and some of the stuff is just kind of small little things, let's call them other, that don't necessarily fit into a full tool review. So what I've decided to do is take 3 of these smaller items that I've been sent, compress them into this one review so that I can introduce you to what they are, what they do, and how they work. Over here on the left, I have the Drain Plug Pro from Actron, and basically what this is designed to do is make oil changes less messy for you. It's got a magnetic end on it, and it's there to help you keep you from burning your fingers, keep you from getting oil all over yourself as you're removing the drain plug from an oil pan. Next, I have the Gitta Grip. It's a compound that actually helps you when you're trying to remove a fastener that may be damaged in some way. And lastly, we have the Swyper. And this is a unique little item. This is basically designed to help extend the life of your wiper blades. So if your wiper blades, you know, maybe you got them a couple months ago and they're starting to streak, what this is designed to do is designed to clean those wiper blades up to give you more life out of them. So today we'll be taking a look at all 3 of these and we'll get started with the Drain Plug Pro.
Okay, so the element was due for an oil change, so it's the perfect candidate for this. You still need to knock the drain plug loose with another wrench. And once you've got it loose, the next step will be to take the Drain Plug Pro. This is what it's like out of the package. It's flexible, so if it's, you know, it's in a difficult location, whatever, this hopefully will gain access to it. So now that it's loose, I've got my drain pan ready to go under here. I can just, it's got a very strong magnet on the end of it, and now that the magnet's on there, I can just spin it off and we'll let the oil drain out. So that's pretty much how it works. This is one of those tools that's kind of nifty to have. Is it a must-have? I won't say it's a must-have, but I will say it's nifty to have. How's that? But it worked. It's kind of cool.
Next, I'd like to give the Gitta Grip stuff a try, and I have the perfect candidate for this. As you'll see, that screw down there has been rusted up and rounded up and is not doing so good, and this is apparently what the Gitta Grip is designed to do. So when I go down in there with just my regular screwdriver and try to turn it, it's not turning. Now I'm going to go down in there and hit it with just a little bit of compressed air first to try to get out any debris or anything, and make, you know, leave as much of the fastener there as I can. Then I'm gonna put the Gitta Grip on my screwdriver and see if I can use it to get a grip. And now I'll take the Gitta Grip compound, open it up, and I'm just going to take the end of my screwdriver, put it down in there, like so. And that's what I have. And now let's try that fastener again. Try to come in at a little slightly different angle. Unfortunately, there just may not be enough left of this fastener to do this with. I don't think it's going to work in this case. Back over here at the Fairmont, this actually says prevents strip screws and bolts and extends tool life. Admittedly, the fastener over on my air cleaner on the Element has been damaged for some time, and I've been using an 8mm to remove it. I thought it might be a good opportunity to try and see if in that situation, if this Gitta Grip compound could actually work. So instead of that, I'm going to go by the Prevent strip screws. And if you'll see over here on the Fairmont, what we have is a rather rusty screw that I could try to remove on this. So why don't we see if this actually does prevent screws from stripping, as opposed to removing screws that are already stripped and damaged. All right, once again I've coated the tip of my screwdriver with the compound, and I'm going to see if it works on this screw here. And I would say it's working easily. That one came right out. All right, as long as we're giving the Fairmont some love, why don't we try out the wiper swiper on this vehicle? Mainly because these are probably my oldest wiper blades in the fleet. In fact, I don't believe I even did anything to these wipers when I bought the car last November. But when I went to use the sprayers on it, I found out they didn't work. So I'm going to employ a different method to check the before and after of the use of the wiper swiper with a spray bottle. So we'll spray it down and give the wipers a couple passes. Now granted, it's got a little bit of dust on it, but still the wiper should be able to clear. And then we'll try the wiper swiper, see how those work, and come back and check the results. We're in a rainstorm. Let's see how they work without doing anything. All right, this is our before using the wiper swiper test. And it's a little streaky, as you can see. All right, now let's try the wiper swiper and we'll recheck it. All right, I'm just gonna take, for lack of a better word, the applicator or the tool, squeeze it together on the blade and pull. I'm gonna make it a little bit wet, because that's what it says in the instructions, to make sure that this is wet. It says 4 swipes regularly, but if they sit out in the sun, 6 to 8. I'm gonna go for 6. This has been sitting inside for a long time, so I'm gonna go for, I guess you could say, maximum cleaning. I just went for 5 swipes on this side. Now let's soak down the windshield and give it another try. Okay, wiper swiper test. I've got to say that end result looks a little better than it did initially. I'm not seeing nearly as much streaking on this side. Still see a little bit on that side, but not much. Just a slight amount. So I'd say that these very well do extend the life of your wiper blades. You can see my line here. There, you can see a little better in that shot. Cool. Let's wrap these up. Now, personally, I don't put any one of these 3 products in the category of I gotta have it. This is more like, hey, that's really cool. The Drain Plug Pro, like I said, is a very narrow window of its use, but it is kind of neat and nice to have. I guess you'd run into problems like, say, if you had a stripped drain plug and you were trying to get it out, you might have to expend a little more effort. You might have to do a lot more wrenching. In fact, this tool may not work in that situation. But if it's not stripped, you can just run it right out. You don't have to worry about getting hot oil all over your hands. It's not a bad tool. And here's the other thing: none of these products are that expensive, so it's not like it's going to break the bank with these. Gitta Grip also was it an interesting tool. I've never used anything like this. I've seen guys use stuff like this in the shop before. I've never tried it myself until now. I'm going to try it a little bit more. As you can see on the element, it didn't necessarily work in that situation, but that screw, if I'm honest, was gone pretty good before I started. And I was really trying to put it through its paces to see how bad the fastener could be and still work. But it worked just fine in the Fairmont. Wiper Swyper, well, that was kind of a surprise. It actually worked maybe a little bit better than I thought it would. Also an inexpensive thing, and this is something you could throw in your glove box, and you know, if your wipers aren't working like they should, or just you feel like doing some kind of maintenance with them, from time to time you can use this. Now, obviously this isn't going to work if your wiper blades are torn and tattered and pretty much worn out. These will help extend the life of your existing blades. So you've got to make sure that you have something there to work with before you use this. So don't expect this to be a miracle worker, but I've got to say, it did feel like a new set of blades on the Fairmont after I got done. So kind of cool. One last note here on the Drain Plug Pro from Actron. I'm posting this review in March of 2014. Until March 31st, 2014, you can actually enter for a chance to win one of these. You just go to their Facebook page and you like the page, enter the code ETCG, and you enter it for a chance to win one of these Drain Plug Pros. So you may not even have to buy one. You just enter for a chance to win and away you go. So I will put a link in the description to all of these products, including where to go to possibly win the Drain Plug Pro, so that you can check out any of these things for yourself. So I really appreciated the people that sent these to me, and hopefully you enjoyed this review. This was something a little bit different. It wasn't like my traditional reviews, but like I said, none of these things on their own seem to warrant their own review. It seemed best just to group them all together like this, and let me know what you thought of this format. Anyway, if you have automotive questions, I would ask that you head over to EricTheCarGuy.com, where there's a welcome video to tell you about all the wonderful features we have over there to help you with those automotive issues, should you have them. If you wish to connect with me socially, I can be found on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter, and I close each of my videos with be safe, have fun, and stay dirty. And don't forget to play with your tools, kids.